morning, friends. Winter, spring, summer, fall. There are seasons four in all. Look outside and you will see it is spring. Yes, sirree. Yes, it's sunny. I can hear the birds outside, and it's a beautiful spring day. Everything looks really green outside. The plants are all growing, and the grass is growing. It kind of feels like summer because it's going to get really hot today, but summer doesn't start till June 20th of this month. Rise and shine, the world's been turning and everyone is waking. Rise and shine, on this new day the morning light is breaking. Rise with the rest of us, shine like a pearl. Rise and show your love all around the world. Yes, rise like the bluebird, shine like the sun. Now is the time to rise and shine. Now's the time to rise and shine. Indeed, my friends, it's time to rise. And when I say rise and shine, I mean let that beautiful spirit inside of you out. Share it with everyone. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. It's nice to have you here. Hello, Pradeep. Hello, Sandy. Hello, Ashraf. It's nice to have you here. Hello, Ken. And hello, Jake. Hello, Sophia. It's nice to have you here. Hello, Vanny. And hello, Angela. Hello, Miss Coulterman. It's nice to have you here. Hello, my friends. Great to have you here today. Look at this beautiful Indigenous map. It's called Our Home and Native Land. It's the landmass of Canada, but it's depicted with all different Indigenous symbols. This was created by Jennifer Adomiat from Smithers, BC. I'd like to begin by acknowledging that the land that we are hosted on today is the Mississaugas of the Anishinaabe, the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, and the Wendat. And here where I live, near Lake Simcoe, I walk the sacred land of the Chippewa and Ojibwe. We also like to recognize the enduring presence of all First Nation, Métis, and Inuit peoples. And additionally today, I would like to read this. I've got this beautiful orange paper that says, "Every child matters. Remembering the thousands of children who never returned home and the survivors of the residential school system." And each morning we say that land acknowledgement because we want to recognize that for 40,000 years, this landmass of Canada, North America, was home to our Indigenous culture, our Indigenous peoples, the First Nation, the Métis, and the Inuit. And you might remember that last week, I read you the story all about the orange shirt story, the Orange Shirt Day, where the young students from First Nations, Métis, Inuit were taken away from their families and they had to go and learn and live at a residential setting. And so every September 30th, it's Orange Shirt Day. But the other tragedy is, so every September 30th, we think about all of those students who had to go to residential schools, centers, but we also think about all of the children who died when they were there or went missing when they were at that residential school and they never made it home again. So here we go. One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel all right. One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel all right. We will rock you. We will rock you. When I get older, I will be stronger. They'll call me freedom. Just like a waving flag, and wave your flag, and wave your flag, and wave your flag. Oh, oh, when I get older, I will be stronger. They'll call me freedom, just like a waving flag, and wave your flag, and wave your flag, and wave your flag. Good for you. I wanted to remind you what our Canadian flag looks like. The Canadian flag has a white background, 2 red stripes, and a red maple leaf in the middle. That's our Canadian flag. And then our Canadian Indigenous flag looks like this. It's the symbol of the Canadian flag, but it also has the Indigenous symbols on it. How beautiful. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, shut the door. 5, 6, pick up sticks. 7, 8, lay them straight. 9, 10, a big fat hen. Buck, 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 buck. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on his farm he had a chicken, E-I-E-I-O. With a buck, buck here, buck, buck there. Here a buck, there a buck, everywhere a buck, buck. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had a cat. Good for you. E-I-E-I-O. With a meow, meow here, meow, meow there. Here a meow, there a meow, everywhere a meow, meow. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. What's that sign? And on that farm he had a dog. Good for you. E-I-E-I-O. With an out, out here, out, out there. Here, out, there, and out, everywhere, out, out. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had this is sheep, E-I-E-I-O. With a ba, ba, here, ba, ba, there. Here a ba, there a ba, everywhere a ba, ba. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had good for you, a cow, E-I-E-I-O. With a moo, moo here, moo, moo there. Here a moo, there a moo, everywhere a moo, moo. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. That song is really good for different sounds that you can make with your mouth or your lip closure. Ba 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 ba. Let's do a snake sound. A sailor went to sea to see what he could see. And all that he could see was the bottom of the deep blue sea. Let's go a little bit faster. A sailor went to sea to see what he could see. And all that he could see was the bottom of the deep blue sea. Talking about the deep blue sea, we're going to wind down now our theme of ocean, because tomorrow is World Ocean Day. And Mr. B has taught us so many interesting things about the 5 oceans: Pacific, Atlantic, Arctic, Indian, Southern. 5 oceans in the world. Well, they're all connected as one, but there's 5 around the globe. Let's have a look at some of the beautiful ocean life. Look at this gorgeous deep blue sea. Gorgeous fish. Oh, hello, Dory. Nemo. A sea turtle. Look at that gorgeous sea turtle. This is why we want to keep the oceans clean, so that this beautiful animal life can continue to live. Here's the beautiful plants of the ocean. Oh, wow, this looks interesting too. Look at that, look at the colors of that. That's called a lionfish. A lionfish. So many beautiful pictures. Well, this one I showed you last week. I was telling you that near the top of the ocean are animals like whales and dolphins and sharks and stingrays. And then in the middle of the ocean, you get things like eels and fish and squid. And then near the bottom, hiding in and amongst the seaweed and the plant life, are the smaller things like crabs and starfish and seahorse and little fish. They hide in and amongst the plants so that they don't get eaten by all these bigger animals or fish. Oh, here's some plant life called the coral reef. This is coral. And look at these gorgeous colors of fish at the coral reef. Coral comes in several different colors. Look, I see pink, I've seen green, I've seen white, I see a little bit sort of yellow color here. Let's see what's next. The coral reef. Oh, look. Here's just like Nemo, a clown fish, a 4-striped damselfish, an angelfish. Beautiful. Look at the gorgeous color of these. Parrotfish, lionfish. What an interesting fish. Oh, so pretty. This is called a mandarin fish. look at the colors. A Moorish idol. This is called a yellowmouth eel. Looks like something from the dinosaur age. I think you all know what this is. A seahorse. It likes to live on the bottom of the ocean where it can't be seen, it can be hidden. Here's something called a leafy sea dragon. So many beautiful things of the ocean. Right? Here's sea urchins. These are different kinds of life at the bottom of the ocean. So pretty. A starfish. Crabs. A crab. I'd like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden in the shade. He'd let us in, knows where we've been, in an octopus's garden in the shade. I'd ask my friends to come and see an octopus's garden with me. I'd like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden in the shade. Here's a squid. Funny looking creature. Oh, jellyfish. Now they look so pretty, jellyfish. I just don't want to get too close to them in the ocean because they sting your body. And I definitely don't want to get too close to this. A shark. Look at how big that shark is. That's the great white shark. And last week, Josh taught us some things about sharks. Here's the great white shark again. And Josh was telling us that there's predators and there's prey. The predator is the bigger animal that eats another smaller animal. The prey are the smaller animal. So the great white shark eats seals, sea lions, fish. The tiger shark eats other sharks. The whale shark eats plankton and squid and fish. And this one looks weird. That's called a hammerhead, nurse or longnose shark. And it likes to eat crab and shrimp, squid and fish. I just think sharks look interesting in the water, even though I would be scared if I ever saw one in the ocean. Very beautiful. Oh, here's a stingray. That's something interesting. A manta ray or a stingray. These are called eagle rays. Here comes a walrus. I am the walrus. Look at those big tusks. A marine mammal called a walrus. I believe walrus and sea lions tend to live up at the Arctic, where the Arctic Ocean is. Oh, of course, this cute animal, a sea otter. These are so cute. These are baby seals. They're another sea mammal, a baby seal. Oh, here's some manatees. They look interesting in the water. Dolphins. So beautiful. And whales. Look at having a whale of a time. Baby beluga in the deep blue sea. Beluga whales. And here's the last picture I'm going to show you. Dolphins. They love to swim out of the water. They do big tricks jumping out of the water. Beautiful ocean life. So that's for tomorrow, for June 8, World Ocean Day. Let's loosen up our bodies a little bit this morning. Have you ever seen a lassie, a lassie, a lassie? Have you ever seen a lassie who acted like this? This way and that way and this way, that way. Have you ever seen a lassie that acted like this? Now, a lassie is a girl and a laddie is a boy. Have you ever seen a laddie, a laddie, a laddie? Have you ever seen a laddie that acted like this? This way and that way, this way and that way. Have you ever seen a laddie that acted like this? Have you ever seen a lassie, a lassie, a lassie? Have you ever seen a lassie that acted like this? This way and that way, this way and that way. Have you ever seen a lassie that acted like this? Have you ever seen a laddie, a laddie, a laddie? Have you ever seen a laddie that acted like this? This way and that way, this way and that way. Have you ever seen a laddie that acted like this? Good for you. Do what I'm doing, follow, follow me. Do what I'm doing, follow, follow me. If I sing it high or low, if I sing it fast or slow, do what I'm doing, follow, follow me. Snap! Do what I'm doing, follow, follow me. Do what I'm doing, follow, follow me. If I sing it high or low, if I sing it fast or slow, do what I'm doing, follow, follow me. Tap your legs. Do what I'm doing, follow, follow me. Do what I'm doing, follow, follow me. If I sing it high or low, if I sing it fast or slow, do what I'm doing, follow, follow me. Let's march. Get your legs going. Do what I'm doing, follow, follow me. March. Do what I'm doing, follow, follow me. If I sing it high or low, if I sing it fast or slow, do what I'm doing, follow, follow me. Last one. Do what I'm doing, follow, follow me. Good. Do what I'm doing, follow, follow me. If I sing it high or low, if I sing it fast or slow, do what I'm doing, so follow, follow me. Good for you. Head and shoulders, baby. 1, 2, 3. Head and shoulders, baby. 1, 2, 3. Head and shoulders, head and shoulders, head and shoulders, baby. 1, 2, 3. Arms and hands, baby. 1, 2, 3. Arms and hands, baby. 1, 2, 3. Arms and hands, arms and hands, arms and hands, baby. 1, 2, 3. Let's pretend you're rowing in a boat. Row your arms, baby. 1, 2, 3. Row your arms, baby. 1, 2, 3. Row your arms, row your arms, row your arms, baby. 1, 2, 3. Just because I know Ken loves row, row, row your boat, let's do it. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Let's go a little bit faster. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Good for you. Listen to the water, listen to the water, rolling down the river. Listen to the water, listen to the water, rolling down the river. The boat goes down the river, it takes me to my home. The boat goes down the river, it takes me to my home. Good for you. Let the sun shine in, face it with a grin. Smilers never lose and frowners never win, so let the sun shine in, face it with a grin. Open up your heart and let the sun shine in. All I really need is a song in my heart, food in my belly, and love in my family. All I really need is a song in my heart and love in my family. All I really need is a song in my heart, food in my belly, and love in my family. All I really need is a song in my heart and love in my family. Beautiful. What would you do if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? Lend me your ears and I'll sing you a song. I'll try not to sing out of key. Oh, I get by with a little help from my friends. Yes, I'm gonna try with a little help from my friends. Yes, I get by with a little help from my friends. Let's try it one more time. What would you do if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? Lend me your ear and I'll sing you a song. I'll try not to sing out of key. Oh, I get by with a little help from my friend. Yes, I'm gonna try with a little help from my friend. Yes, I get by with a little help from my friend. It's true. We get by with the help of our friends, don't we? Especially during this time when we're, in a lockdown. We have to be at our homes. We can't really go anywhere. You can't go to the mall. You can't go to the coffee shops. You can't go downtown Toronto. You can't really be around people just yet. But you have to get by with the help of your friend. That means if you can phone your friend, or you can see your friends online in our online class, or if you can FaceTime with a friend. I think having your friendships is number one. This afternoon, Mr. B's daughter is a doctor, and she's going to come and talk to us about, on our online class, she's going to come and talk to us about how we can feel healthy and how we can take care of our mental health during this time that we're at home. And how, if you're feeling sad, rageful, angry, depressed, you can call a friend, you could talk to your parents about it, you could talk to a brother or sister, talk to somebody about it. And so that doctor is going to talk all about that this afternoon. Let's sing a couple of Canadian songs. This land is your land, this land is my land, from Bonavista to Vancouver Island, from the Arctic Circle to the Great Lake waters. This land was made for you and me. And let's do the one from Newfoundland about I'm the boy who builds the boat. I's the boy that builds the boat, and I's the boy that sails her. I's the boy that catches the fish and takes them home to Lizer. Hip your partner Sally to Bowen, hip your partner Sally Brown. Fogo, Twillingate, Morton's Harbour, all around the circle. Hey ho, the way we go, donkey riding, hey ho, the way we go, riding on a donkey. Hey ho, the way we go, donkey riding, hey ho, the way we go, riding on a donkey. Frère Jacques, dormez-vous, dormez-vous, sanane matina, ding dang dong, ding dang dong. That song was in French, because in Canada we have two official languages, English and French, although we have lots and lots and lots of beautiful languages in our country. People speaking all sorts of languages and indigenous languages. It's so beautiful to have such a community of various people and languages. But the two, quote, official languages for Canada are English and French. Let's sing that Nova Scotia song. The sun was setting in the west, the birds were singing on every tree. All nations seemed inclined for rest, but still there was no rest for me. So farewell to Nova Scotia, the sea-bound coast. Let your mountains dark and drear I be. For when I am far away on the briny ocean tossed, will you ever heave a sigh or a wish for me? Will you ever heave a sigh or a wish for me? I'm marching inland from the shore. Over my shoulder I'm carrying an oar. When someone asks me, what is that funny thing you've got? Then I know I'll never go to sea no more, no more. I know I'll never go to sea no more. Ocean and sea, we use those words interchangeably. So an ocean can be a sea can be an ocean. Okay. All things on earth shall pass under the sky, but music alone shall live. Music alone shall live. Music alone shall live and never die. Keep the music going, my friend. Sing or hum or chant. Listen to music. Play some music. Meditate to some quiet music. Dance to music. And just breathe. Breathe it in and out. Breathe it in and out. Breathe it in and out. Good for you. So today is Monday. The weekend is over, and now it's the beginning of the weekdays. There are 7 in the sequence, days of the week. Days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week. There's Sunday and there's Monday, there's Tuesday and there's Wednesday, there's Thursday and there's Friday, and then there's Saturday. Days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week. Today is Monday. Good for you. So if today is Monday, tomorrow will be Tuesday. Good for you. And yesterday was Sunday. Awesome. Sunday is usually a day with our family. Some of us go to church. Some of us just spend the day doing activities with your family. Today, which is Monday, Mr. B is having his daughter this afternoon come and talk to us about good mental health. And during tomorrow's online class, my granddaughter is coming to talk to us about fostering little puppies. So that should be fun. So those are a few things that are coming up. And the month is June. January, February, March, and April, May, June, July, and August, September, October, November, December. These are the months of the year. Good for you. And today is number 7. So we're going to count to number 7 in ordinal numbers. You can do it with me, my friends. The order of numbers. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. Good for you. So today is Monday, June 7th of 2021. There we go. Now, just for a moment, I want to circle back to this Canada book that I showed you last week. Oh, it's always so beautiful to look at the province, the country, I should say, that we live in. Our beautiful country of Canada. We have 10 provinces, which are all of these different places where people live. There's a flag for every place. 10 provinces, 3 territories, and 1 country. 3 oceans, the Pacific, the Atlantic, and the Arctic. Now, along this west coast of Canada, the weather from the Pacific Ocean, it sends in kind of like a nice, wet, warm air. And it's like a beautiful rainforest along parts of this part of Canada, the west coast of Canada. And as a result, the trees grow really, really tall. on the west coast of Canada. And an interesting fact about the Indigenous people of the west coast is they used to make they carved out of these gorgeous tall trees, they carved totem poles. I'm going to show you. Oh, I don't have the picture here right now. I don't have it in that book. But they carved gorgeous totem poles, and each totem pole would tell the story of that particular group of people. So for example, from a carved tree, they would put different animals, and the animals all represented something important to their family and to their culture. So these Indigenous totem poles are from the west coast of Canada. And because I'm talking about those totem poles, I'd like to introduce you to a wonderful artist from Canada. Her name is Emily Carr. Here's Emily Carr. And she's from the west coast of Canada, in that area where I was telling you the warm weather from the west, from the Pacific Ocean, it's like a rainforest, and all the trees grow so beautiful out there. And that was the inspiration for Emily Carr to get outside. She would take her paint set and she would go outside and she would paint what she saw outside. She would paint gorgeous trees. Look at that. And here's a younger picture of Emily Carr. She represented trees in all different ways. Okay? Here she is as a younger woman, and here she is as an older woman. And even in this picture, you could see she's got a tree behind her. And this is a very famous painting of hers. I'm going to circle back to this one. The tall western coast trees. Brown tree with the big green on top. And the beautiful thing about Emily Carr is that she really honored the traditions of the Indigenous culture. She would often paint pictures of the Indigenous community, or this one in particular. This painting she made of Indigenous totem poles and an Indigenous community of people living together. And I can see the mountains in the background. She loved to paint pictures of nature. So that's Emily Carr and her beautiful pictures of nature. Now I also want to circle back to last week. I told you about an Indigenous artist named Roy Henry Vickers. And he's also from the west coast of Canada. Look at some of his gorgeous paintings. Purple, I see the sky, I see a whale. He was an Indigenous painter, and you could see he used these beautiful colors, and he also created Indigenous symbols. So beautiful. Roy Henry Vickers. The salmon. The salmon is often painted. Oh, and here's a whale. The salmon, the whale, these are often painted by the Indigenous community. And this was always one of my favorites ever since I was little. The eagle. Beautiful blue, and I see the Indigenous symbol and the eagle up on the tree. So last week I started this picture. I started by simply painting with watercolor, and you could do it also with watercolor. It's so easy. I painted the purple for my Roy Vickers painting. Then I painted sort of a sky yellow orangey color. Then with my black marker, I made a line here. Then I made a couple of lines across my page. And you can also see that with my black marker, I made some trees. And today, just like Roy Vickers painted his painting, he included some black in his painting. Today, I'm going to fill it in with black. Okay, I've got some black paint here. Roy Henry Vickers is the inspiration for my painting, but I'm going to make it my own. I'm going to make my own creation. So I made the black line there to help me to decide where I want this black to go. There we go. And you can either paint it or fill it in with a marker if you wish. It's your choice. Anything you create, it's whatever you want to put in the picture. For example, Roy Vickers inspired me to make this picture, but it's not exactly the same as his picture. There, I like working with black. It fills in all the page, back and forth, and back and forth. So there's the bottom of my picture, and now I'm going to go back and fill in between these lines that I created. I made the lines with marker, and just like Roy Vickers, I'm painting it in, coloring it in with black. Oh, there we go. Now this paintbrush has some loose hairs on it, which are causing it to go a little bit wonky. But that's part of painting, isn't it? We can't always get what we want. You can't always get what you want, but if you try real hard, you get what you need. There. And there's my Roy Vickers painting, okay? And you can do it yourself. You can make it anything you want. So that's my Roy Vickers inspired painting. And I have a few more activities to show you. This one you could do at your house, my friends, with a bingo dabber. Most of you have a bingo dabber, or you can use marker. I created my own dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And once I'm finished counting that group, I match it. I try to find number 12 on my clothespin, and I match it. Let's count this one together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Nice counting, my friend. I find my number 16 on my clothespin, and I match 16. Let's do this one together. This is a big number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. And I find number 24 on my clothespin, and I match. So that's something you can make at your house with a piece of paper and your bingo dabber, or with a marker, your choice. Also, you could just practice. I'll tell you, if you have a piece of elastic at your house, you can tie the elastic to 2 chairs. We have this set up in our classroom, so you're quite familiar with working with this elastic. You can tie elastic to 2 chairs, and then, my friends, you could practice putting your clothespins on. This is a great activity for all of you. Practice putting them on and practice taking them off, off, off. Okay? So that's one activity you can do. I have another. I found at my house these little teeny weeny, very, very tiny clothespins. And these ones, you can practice putting them on. They're hard work because your fingers, your fine motor has to work really, really hard to open it. Oh, that's hard work. Push. Whereas, for example, this clothespin is easier to push and stick it on. When you go to a smaller clothespin, it's harder work on your hands, but I'd love to see you doing it if you have some of these little pins at your house. And of course, using tongs every day. Practice picking up the clothespins and put them in. I like to put them in this egg carton because it's at my house. So that's a cool activity. And I forgot to show you. Look at this. Red and yellow and pink and green, purple and orange and blue. I can sing a rainbow, sing a rainbow, sing a rainbow tune. Isn't that pretty? And this special rainbow is for the month of June, because June is Pride Month. And during Pride Month, the rainbow is the symbol for Pride Month, but it's also a time to really recognize or think about people who are from the LGBTQ2 spirit community. Okay? People who are living a lifestyle where they're lesbian, gay, bisexual, queer, transgender, two-spirit. And during the month of June, it's Pride Month. So I got that rainbow just to honor that. Now, I also said that during June, we're going to talk about Canada. And one of the main symbols for Canada is the maple leaf. You've seen it in the flag. So I got this piece of wood from the dollar store, I think. And for a while now, I've been saving these post marks, these little marks that come on an envelope. They're Canada Post. They all say Canada Post. And they're free. They come on envelopes that come to my house. So I save all this stuff now. I don't throw anything out. And I thought today we could decorate this Canada flag. I'm sorry, not the Canada flag, the maple leaf. I've got some white glue here. And I thought it would look cool if we decorated the maple leaf with some of these Canada Post symbols. So I'm going to put the Canada Post on. Let me see, let me get another one. More glue. I've got lots of glue. Glue is okay. We can use lots of glue for this. Now I'm going to put a red one on. And I'm going to cover, it's called a collage. When we blend it all together, we blend all of these together, it becomes a collage. And so my maple leaf is going to be covered in Canada Post symbols. That's kind of cool to honor Canada. There we go. Wipe that off there. Now, another thing I think you could do at your house, if you have a magnifying glass. I think it's really cool to go outdoors and explore some things that you can look at with a magnifying glass. Perhaps look at some insects, some worms, a flower, a blade of grass. There's all sorts of things that you could look at when you're outside. And it's fun. It's fun to look at insects and various things through a magnifying glass. Now, no day would be complete unless I talked about a hole punch. I would like to believe that you can do this on your own, students. Every day you should be working with a hole punch to strengthen your hand. If you have some cardboard at your house, if you have a cereal box or a cracker box, that's perfect for practicing making holes. Holes, 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 holes. La 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 la. Try switching to your other hand. Strengthen the other hand also. La 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 la. Okay, good for you. There you go, my friends. Hole punch. Okay. And I have a few more. Oh, here it is. I want to circle back to this month. We're talking a lot about Indigenous people because on June 20th, we're going to celebrate National Indigenous Day. And Canada, in the beginning, Canada wasn't called Canada. In fact, the Indigenous people, the First Nation, Métis, and Inuit peoples, have lived on this landmass for 40,000 years, for over 40,000 years. And in the beginning, they didn't call this landmass Canada. In fact, they didn't even call it North America, where we have Canada and the US all together on this continent of North America. The beautiful thing about the Indigenous people is that they are wonderful storytellers. And there's two types of stories. There's lots of old stories that are almost like the creation stories, etc., that have a long tradition in the Indigenous culture. And then they have other stories that are more recent, that people have created more stories more recently. However, the story about Canada in the Indigenous understanding is that the land mass of North America, or I'm going to say in this case Canada, was called Turtle Island. And there's a couple theories about how Turtle Island came to be. One of the creation stories says that Sky Woman was she was working away at a hole from up above in the sky. And the creatures around her said, Sky Woman, if you keep digging that hole, you're going to fall right through. And she, from above, up in the sky, she kept working at it, and indeed, it made a hole. And she fell. And one of the birds scooped her up because Sky Woman couldn't fly. She wasn't a bird. And then various animals helped her. I think the beaver, the otter, and the muskrat. First, the beaver tried to dive down in the water, get some earth, and bring it up, but he wasn't successful. Then the otter tried to help, go down to the bottom, bring up some earth, bring it back up, but the otter wasn't successful. And the muskrat said, I can help you, Sky Woman. So the muskrat dove down and got some earth in its little muskrat paw and brought it back up and put it on the shell of the turtle. And all creation grew. All of these trees and animal and life grew on Turtle Island. So that's one of their beautiful Indigenous creation stories. This is what I wanted to circle back to. I know you're going to say, Miss Coultermain, you show us this chart all the time. And it's true. I do. This is the medicine wheel of the Indigenous people. The earth, the air, the fire, the water, return, 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 return. Aye, 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 ho, aye, ho, aye, ho, aye, ho. The earth, the air, the fire, the water, return, 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 return. Aye, 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 ho, aye, ho, aye, ho, aye, ho. And the medicine wheel has those four elements of earth, air, fire, and water. And each element has an attribute for your human body. So, for example, the earth is your physical body, taking care of your physical body. The air is taking care of your mental thinking. Today, Dr. Bajwa, Mr. Bajwa's daughter, Dr. Bajwa, is going to help you uncover some strategies around taking care of your mental health. Spirituality. This is for, well, it can be for people who go to church, go to mosque, go to synagogue, go to temple, or it could be someone who sits at home and just thinks to themselves and meditates and thinks. Or it could be someone who goes out in the woods and really appreciates the trees and nature and the sun and the moon and the grass and the trees and the water and the flowers. And that's where Indigenous spirituality really was created from. A love for the land, a love for nature, and a love for animals. And the last one is our emotions. And we sure have talked a lot about that in our class, about feeling happy, sad, angry. Let me just get that chart. Sometimes feeling happy, sad, excited, mad. Oh, are sick. Well, what I want to show you is I want to circle back to this chart, because now you're a high school student and you have to think of ways that you can take care of your physical, your mental, your spiritual, and your emotional self. And it's called self-care. Taking care of yourself, not relying on your parents and your friends to always take care of you. So for your mind, for your mental thinking, you could do something creative like painting. You could learn to take a break. You could read, learn new things, do some problem solving. For your body, you could eat healthy, drink water, do some deep breathing, do some relaxation, do some exercise. These are the things you can be doing for yourself. For your spirit, of course, my number one rule is, I think, in order to really feel good about yourself, you have to be kind to other people. But your spirit, get out in nature, go for a walk, sing, play an instrument, dance, meditate. Be mindful, be aware of where you are right now, not where you're going in the future, and not what's happened behind you, what's happening right now. Helping others, my number one rule. Dance, yeah, I mentioned dancing. Dancing and singing and praying and reflecting and meditating and being out in nature. All these things are so important. And the last one is your heart or your emotions. Happy, sad, excited, depressed and angry and sad. We want to try to keep you calm. And the way we can keep you calm is hang out with your friends, or even talk to your friends, or FaceTime your friends. Take care of a pet. That helps your heart. Have fun. Laugh. Laugh every single day. Watch something funny, or read something funny, or tell a funny story, or tell a joke. That's all good for your emotions, your heart. And spend time with your family. These are all things that are going to help you feel more whole. And that's what that native picture, the Indigenous medicine wheel, is all about, is feeling whole. Oh, here it is. Because you, my friends, you are like this. You are this whole person. You've got 4 parts to you that make up this whole person. Okay, my friends, I think that's it. Friends, I will remember you, think of you, I'll play with you, and when another day is through, I'll still be friends with you. I'll see you this afternoon online, and we're going to have a guest this afternoon. Bye, friends.